It's your best bud, Jay, EscobarJ.com. Today's video, why you don't quit. I'm going to give you 5 reasons why you don't quit. So let's jump to my screen and let's go over them right away. Okay, so watch this to the very end because number 5 might surprise you. So here's why you don't quit. First, quitting kills all of your momentum and compounding. When you start something, make sure that you always see to it that you finish it to the end. Here's why. In the book The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy, he gives an analogy in that book, and he says, if you're flying from LAX to JFK, so from Los Angeles to New York, and I'm flying from Los Angeles to New York as well. We're both going to get in a plane. Your plane is going to travel 200 miles an hour. My plane is going to travel 500 miles an hour. My plane is going to stop in every state in between LA and New York. But I'm going 500 miles an hour. Let's make it 1,000 miles an hour. But I'm going from one state to the next state to the next state to the next state to the next state. But when I'm flying, I'm going 1,000 miles an hour. But your plane, you get on the plane and your plane's going 200 miles an hour, and you just go all the way from Los Angeles and you just fly directly to JFK. Who's going to get there first? That's right, you are. Why? Because you're not starting and stopping a zillion times. Okay, that's called the compound effect or a snowballing effect. It's the idea that it takes a lot of work, it's hard, it sucks at the beginning, but the more you snowball and get momentum and compound, the bigger that snowball gets, and the next thing you know, you've got a behemoth of a snowball going down the hill. You can't stop it. That's momentum and compounding. Number 2, it kills your persistence muscle. Yes. Persistence is like a muscle. Just like when you go work out at the gym, your muscles get bigger when you're consistent at the gym. Your persistence is also a muscle. It's something inside of you that the more you persist through hardship, adversity, trials, the more you stretch yourself, the more you grow as a person, the bigger you become as an individual, the more things that you can handle. If you're a level 3 person, and you persist, and you persist, and you persist, eventually you'll become a level 5 person. And then level 3 problems ain't no thing for you no more, bud. It's nothing, right? And the same thing happens when you turn into a level 7 person, level 8 person, until you become a level 10 person. And then there's no problems for you because you've grown and you've persisted, and your muscle is so strong that you can persist through anything. Number 3, it weakens your character. Anytime you quit, you're just going to be quitting the rest of your life in many different areas of your life. If you notice, quitters, they always quit in life. And I'm guilty of this. I saw firsthand in my life people that are very close to me, and even myself, I've been a quitter in the past. I'm not saying I'm perfect. But the more you practice these things, the more you stick with certain things, I've gotten to the point to where I've realized, look, I just need to find something and I need to stick with it through thick and thin. And with that mentality, it's going to be hard, it's going to be challenging, it's going to be frustrating, and there's going to be times I don't want to do it, but when you consistently persist through that stuff, it's going to build your character. You're going to become a better person. Your character will become more powerful. People are going to respect you more. Okay, now number 4 is it demotivates you. Going back to the analogy of the airplanes, if you're starting and stopping all the time, how much energy does it take to launch a rocket, for example? It takes a ton of energy just from the very initial launch, right? It takes a ton of nitrogen and oxygen and the right combustions, and it takes a ton of energy at first. But once it picks up that momentum, once it hits space, it doesn't take that same amount of fuel, right? So If you're literally always starting and then you stop, and then you start, and then you're literally in the most tiresome, gruesome, hardest phase of starting anything, right? And that demotivates you because it takes so much energy to start something and so much of your time and energy and will to start something. So if you're just doing that over and over and over again in different areas, that's like the definition of insanity right there, is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. And I have been a victim of that. I have fallen for that trap. And I'm learning from my mistakes, and I'm moving forward, and I am changing that, and I'm sticking with it. The opportunities that I have. And I encourage you to, whatever opportunities that you're in right now, just stick with them. And number 5, this may surprise you, but you can always quit. You can always quit. Let that sink in for a second. Really think about what I just said there. You can always quit. What do I mean by that? What does that mean, Jay? Well, what I mean is, if you're moving forward and you're excited about an opportunity that you're in, or you're in an opportunity and you're trying to take advantage of it, and maybe you're not seeing success, maybe you're seeing some rejection, maybe you're seeing some just not what you expected, maybe it's not happening as fast as you wanted to. Look, you can always quit. So why quit now? If you started something, just see it to the end. Even if it's not what you expected, just see it to the end. Because why? You can always quit. Quitting is always going to be there. Always. It's never going away. It will always be there. So why quit now? Just keep going. Just reset. Just think about that concept for a second and just think to yourself, you know what? Jay, you're right. I can't always quit. So you know what? I might as well just keep going. Okay, and that comes down to finding your why as well. Okay, so I'm going to put that here. You can always quit. So those are my 5 tips. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Smash that subscribe and bell icon so you don't miss any videos. Share this with as many people as possible. Guys, make sure you're always learning, make sure that you're always growing, and make sure that you're always pushing forward. That will help you in your life, help keep your mind right. I love you. Hope you're doing well. Be well, prosper, and I will see you